We started in 1998, and today we're going to talk about 2016. And so I'm going to jump into that right now. 2016, and I'm going to try to do this in 5 minutes, not 10, 5, because we've been allotting 10. Right. All right. So 2016, there were lots of workshops, classes, lots of activities, but the big thing in 2016 was that David Bell formally announced his really for sure official retirement. He was to retire. He did retire in May, end of May 2017. So that kicked off a whole bunch of activity and groups, committees, and so forth. So the Ministerial Search Committee was formed. That consisted of Pat Root, Lindsay Passmore, Tommy Parker, Maureen McMahon, Michael Bratcher, Lisa Salisbury, and Jennifer Dunlap. And there were others who supported the committee by helping with retreats and visioning and just things to consider about interviewing and posting these official listings for job openings. And those people included Janet Fry, Sally Searles, Anna Marie Henrich, and Jack Kefkin, and someone that's not part of our community named Michelle Scragg, who was a science of mind practitioner, was involved in leading us in visioning activities. So there was a great deal of effort in creating a community profile, which was important for advertising for the position. And so there was some, data gathering about who are we. A lot of interviews went on, and there's this very lengthy document that still, is in our archives, describing who we were as a community. This new senior minister would want to know, what am I getting into here? There was the visioning, we wanted the community to be very involved in what do we want in a new senior minister. And this, what's her name? Michelle Scragg, who was, did I say, a science of mind practitioner? She led us in these visioning activities. We had four different meetings, and 20 people were invited to be at each one. We wanted anybody who wanted in the community to be involved in, adding their thoughts and their vision was invited to participate. And so that, that was we spent a lot of that year doing these kinds of activities. There was also a growing membership committee. Rob Fagerlund, Bonnie Dede, you guys remember that? And Diane Gladhill and Jeff Alden. And we also, there was another Think Outside the Box group to look at how can we offer a compensation plan that isn't just financial, because, we always have been on kind of a, shoestring. I was trying to think of a string, but yeah, shoestring with our budget for these things. So we had the Think Outside the Box group that included Paul Jurgensen, Dave Bell, Jeff Alden, and Marlena Studer. And we came up with all kinds of things, like we had a hairdresser who was going to offer free haircuts to the new minister, some cooking meals for the new minister, pet sitting if they had a pet, just there was a long list of things that, we want to welcome you and take care of you. We also started a building fund. Now, Costco was built over there 2012, and what used to be over there was another set of buildings like we have now. It was owned by the same owner that currently owns where we sit. And so then there was a little bit of nervousness going around about all the building that was going on, all these hotels that went up, and that maybe this land would be more lucrative to sell and, to one of these big box stores. So we thought, maybe we should be prepared in case we need to move. And so we started this building fund. We started looking at property and also looked into whether we could actually purchase this building, either the whole building or half of it. And the answer to that ended up being no. But Anyway, that's when the building fund was started. And some other things that happened, we also were looking at renting space to other people, you know, as a form of income, as a form of keeping our building in use, you know, just making use of it when we weren't involved in using it. And that's when the Deep Spring Center for Meditation and Spiritual Inquiry moved in, March 2016. They, you know, rented some space for their, you know, their supplies and things, and held their weekly classes here and their Saturday workshops and so forth. And, you know, that went on for a few years until they ended up doing everything online. And I'm at about 5 minutes, I think. We had the Electric Baby that was mentioned last week, but the Electric Baby play was produced and presented here with the Kickshaw Theater, directed by Lynn Lammers. They did several more plays over the next few years after that, and it was just fabulous. And that brought in quite a bit of income for us too, because they rented the space. And the teen room was created for the youth ed program. Dave Bell and his crew put in a window that wasn't in there. You know, they knock out cinder blocks and, you know, put in windows. Randall Counts helped prep the room and ready for painting and different things. Ashton, Tommy, and Heidi painted the border in the room, and then Scott Al finished by painting the walls. And someone donated a carpet for that room. And then finally, there was the Interfaith Readers Theater. I think this was the brainchild of Craig Harvey. Yes, sort of. Well, it starred Craig Harvey, Iggy Patterson, Al Carter, Randall Counts, Marilyn Alf, Marlon Dunlap, Heidi Kaminsky, and Marlena Studer. And many more things happened, but those were the highlights. And I'm all done. All right.